Hi, and welcome. Today we're going to do a sequence which builds up stamina and energy in our body. We're going to use the breath, we're going to use our core. So just get ready. If you want to do this seated on the chair, that's very possible as well. You can always copy the movements that I'm doing standing. And if something doesn't feel right, or if you feel that some poses are a bit too challenging, you just go with a more easy flow. And you can use your intuition a little bit. Maybe there's a couple of movements that what we are doing in the beginning that's maybe feel more like your cup of tea. And if something gets too difficult, don't tune out, but just find your breath again. All right, so just come and stand, and with your feet a bit wider, your knees slightly bent. We're going to begin with activating our core breath. So it's a belly breath, a deep belly breath. And it's just like imagining that you are holding a fire, that there's a little fire burning in our abdomen right here. And on an inhale, you relax and breathe into your hips, your lower back. You can bring your arms out a little bit. And on an exhale, you're going to bring your hands together again. And you're going to make a fist and try to pull that energy up. Inhale, release, your hands wider. Exhale, make a fist, bring the energy up. You can tilt your pelvic, pull your belly in slightly, release. Inhale, yes, very good. Exhale, bring your hands together, make a fist, come up towards your solar plexus. Breathe in. Let's do it 3 more times. Exhale. Just hear yourself breathing in and out through your nose. You just have your knees slightly bent. Exhale, tilt that pelvic. And release. Breathe in. And exhale. All right. So let's come and sit deep. Bring the hands up. And on an exhale, you're going to stand up and take those elbows back. Activate your arm muscles, your belly. Sit a bit deeper. Breathe in. And exhale. Stand up. And if I would show it from the side, you bend your knees. Inhale. Take your hands up. And when you stand up, you tilt your pelvic. Pull your arms back. Let's do that 3 more times. Breathing in. And exhale, stand. Inhale. Exhale, stand. So you feel your belly already activating. And let's do it 1 more time. Exhale. All right. So next time we breathe in, we're going to bring the hands together and twist towards the left. And it's more about this energetic movement, pressing the hands together. Inhale, take the hands up. And let's exhale, move towards the other side. So keep pressing those hands firmly against each other. Inhale, take your hands up. Exhale, keep your knees slightly bent. Inhale, take your hands up. And exhale. So you start to feel a little bit more heat, using all those muscles in your body, your legs. Exhale to the left again. Breathe in, take your hands up. And exhale. Let's do 2 more rounds here. So you really start to feel it. And exhale. So you can do this seated on your chair or standing like I'm doing right now. Exhale. Keep pressing those hands together. Last time, breathing in, take your hands up. Exhale. Breathing in, take your hands up. Keep seated with your weight into your heels. Again, stand up. This time you straighten your legs. And exhale, bring your elbows back. Now bend your knees again. Inhale, open up your chest. And on an exhale, you round your spine. So when you're seated on a chair, you can do the same thing. Maybe come forward a little bit. Inhale, open up, your elbows slightly bent. Exhale, press into the knees, round the spine. Again, breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. So keep your knees bent a little bit more. Breathe in. And on the exhale, we're going to bend forward. And with your knees slightly bent, we're going to swing from the left to the right. So we're going to make half circles here and just relaxing a little bit from all these movements that we just did. Relax your neck, just move your head, making like this circular movements or yes, no. All right. So if I turn to the front again, you will be able to see it more clearly. With my feet still hip width apart, I'm going to bend the left knee and place my left fingertips in front. I'm going to straighten the right leg by leaning into the left foot, opening up my chest, pull my belly in slightly, and let's see whether we can take the right shoulder up. Let's see whether we can take the right arm up. Breathing in, trying to engage this straight leg and the upper leg muscles. Breathing in deep. And on an exhale, you're going to take that right hand down. Inhale, take the left hand up, straighten the left leg. Exhale, slowly coming down. Inhale, again, straighten the right leg, bend the left knee, take the right hand up to the ceiling, open up your chest, and exhale. So every time we take the other arm up again, see whether you can open up a little bit further. Exhale. Let's do it one more time. Your right hand goes up. Exhale down. Inhale, left hand goes up. Exhale, take it down. Sit deep, take your hands up. And this time we're going to bring the hands behind. Interlace the fingers and straighten those legs whilst taking the hands behind you over your head, opening up the shoulders. Sit deep. Inhale, take your hands up. Exhale. Through the nose. 3 more times. Breathe in deep. Exhale. We're not in a hurry yet. Try to really use your breath. Exhale. Slowly bringing your hands into your hips. And with a rounded spine, come up. All right. So having done all these standing movements, we can slowly come to the floor, but let's do it a bit gentle. So if you're sitting on the chair, you can just lean forward. And if you're standing, maybe you can even come into a squat position. And you can stand, be on the top tip of your toes, moving from the left to the right, just playing around a little bit. Just making a bit more space in the hip area. As long as you keep on breathing, try not to hold your breath. All right. Just come and sit down. I'm just going to turn so you can see from the side what I'm doing. So you can bring your hands behind you. Lean a little bit more. Inhale, take your hands up. And on an exhale, you're going to bring those elbows back again and leaning a bit further back so you can really feel that you're using or activating your core muscles. Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. 3 more times. Breathe in and exhale. 2 more times. Breathing in and exhale. Last time. Breathe in deep and exhale. Just leave it here. See what you can keep your chest open. Feel that core. Then gently place your hands behind you and start to push your feet one at a time. Breathing out through your nose. Actively pressing those feet away from you, using your psoas muscle, strengthening the core, strengthening the lower back. So just kicking something away from you, using your breath. And let's see what we can do is without touching the floor. A little bit faster. It's like cycling. Breathing out through your nose. All right, a little bit faster. Place your feet on the floor again. Now open up your chest. Take your hips off the floor and inhale. Drop your head back. Spread your fingers wide. Exhale, take your chin to the chest. Buttocks to just above the floor. Breathe in. Push your hips up. Exhale, chin to the chest. You're doing great, guys. Breathe in deep. And exhale. Breathe in deep. and exhale. Now let's see whether we can bring one foot on top of the other knee. So let's start with the right foot. So when I do this, I always bring my hips up first, not too high. Then I place the foot on top of the knee in the right foot to start with. Slowly sit down again, turn my hands the other way, and then walk a little bit closer. So you can feel this in your right buttocks. Find your breath. It's a great hip opener. Now, if you want to take this a little bit further, you could also bring your hips up again and exhale. You can do that 5 times if you want, and otherwise just stay here. Find your breath. All right, so let's slowly come up. Leave that right foot on the floor. Then lift your hips up a little bit to place the left foot on top of the right knee. And there's always a difference here. I notice as well that there's a slight difference in sensation, slight difference in how much my hip feels open on the left side in comparison to the right. So you can try to keep your chest nice and open. Maybe walk your buttocks a bit closer to your heel. So the closer you get, the more intense this sensation becomes. Maybe on an inhale, you can take your hips up, drop your head back, and exhale. And in doing so, you also feel that there's a slight stretch on your arms. Breathing in. And you can repeat this for a couple more times. Just noticing the heat in your body. All right. Last breath here. Just enjoying that sensation of opening up, feeling a bit more flexible already. Take your feet onto the floor. I'm going to turn to the front again so you can see what I'm doing. So just to create a bit of space in the body, we can open up by just turning the one palm up and the other palm down and start to move a little bit in any kind of direction. This is a really creative movement. You can't do this wrong, right? And just feeling a bit more space in the upper body, in the hips. Maybe you can bring those hands to the other side. As long as you can keep your breath alive. So it's really good to find movements that are not really controlled. Or maybe they are, but this is like a really free expression. And take your hands, interlace your fingers, press your palms up to the ceiling. And then you're going to take that left hand behind your head. So with the right hand, you hold on to the left elbow. And maybe lean a little bit towards the right. Find your breath. Just feel a nice stretch on your triceps, a nice shoulder opener. And if you lean a little bit further to the right, you can also create a little bit more space in between those intercostal muscles. Last breath here. Exhale. Lengthen yourself whilst leaning to the right. Inhale, take your hands up. And then exhale, bend the right elbow. And you lean towards the left. So remember when we breathe, how you can bring that energy up on an exhale, tilt your pelvic. And by doing so, you lengthen yourself and you actively engage your core, breathing into that right side. And decide for yourself how far you want to take this. One more breath. Exhale deep. All right, breathing in deep. And again, let's take the elbows back. 2 more times. Breathe in. Exhale. You can come even further forward. Breathe in. Exhale. So when we place our hands on our knees, You can start making circles here. And again, you use your upper body, your shoulders, your elbows. You breathe in when you go forwards, and you breathe out when you go back. And let's go to the other side as well. Just find your breath. Everything to create more space in the upper body, into the hips. So we're going to come forward for the last pose of this sequence, whether it's with your feet underneath the opposite knee, or whether you're very flexible and you can place one foot on top of the other knee. Gently come forward. And take your time. Maybe you want to do a couple of integrative movements to come deeper into the pose. Opening up the chest on an inhale, and then slowly work your way down. Now relax your face, your forehead, your eyebrows. Relax your jaws, your lips, your tongue. Listen to the sound of your breath. Last breath here. Breathing in deep. And on an exhale, slowly come further forward. Relax your shoulders, your neck. And then gently come up again. And let's switch sides. So we give both sides an equal chance to open up. So I'm just placing the other foot in front. This is one way to do it. And you can just simply come forward. Or when you feel a little bit more like giving yourself a challenge, or you know from yourself that you've got such open hips. So you can see that this side for me might be also a bit of a challenge, but I can try it as long as you don't feel any painful sensation in your knee joint. If you feel a painful sensation over, or a stretchy sensation over the length of a muscle, for example, or in a zone, then it's fine. You can just use your intuition to slowly deepen that pose. But if it's in one spot, and take it easy, and maybe you do need to place your foot on the floor. So having said this, placing the hands in front, or maybe even to the side, so that you have a little bit more space. Inhale, open up. And stay on those fingertips for a moment whilst coming forward. Inhale, open up. And exhale, slowly coming further down. All right, guys, you're doing great. You just need to find your way of moving into these poses. So having said this, I notice myself that I can't go that far forward right now. Probably also because I put my foot on top of my knee, but that's fine. So I'm going to just be okay with going this far or this deep. I still feel it very much here in my left hip. I relax my face. I try to bring my attention back to this moment, just noticing where I feel it, noticing how I can breathe myself through this, how I can try to intentionally soften up those areas. Let's do a couple more breaths here. Last time, breathe in. Just notice whether you already have gained a little bit more space. If the body allows you to go a little bit further forwards. And then slowly come up. And you can place your feet on the floor. Even if you're sitting on a chair still, you can bring your hands forwards. Maybe you can hold on to your toes, and you can start to gently push those feet a little bit further forward. So if I show you from this side, don't worry if your knees don't bend or are not completely straight, your legs. Just find that stretchy sensation. See whether you can breathe yourself through it. So you can hold on to the outside of your feet, maybe on the top. Maybe you can't even reach them, and you can just place your feet or your hands onto your shins. Again, finding the breath for a couple more. Just surrendering to the moment. Soft face. All right. And then come back to the middle. So whether you're sitting on a chair with your feet on the floor or just cross-legged, I'm doing right now, with your hands resting on your knees, sitting up straight, find your breath, keep your eyes closed for a moment and just tune in with how you feel right now. Tune in with how you feel on a physical level and how your body feels, but also energetically, whether you can notice whether there's like warm or cold sensations running over your body, tingling sensations. How your breath is now connected and you breathe deeper into your lower belly. How your shoulders are relaxed, your face. And then you can bring your hands in front of your heart just to bow towards your own practice. Thank yourself for making time to do this. All right. I hope you feel more energized, a lot more stamina than when we started this class. And I wish you a really nice continuation of your day. Namaste.